Hey everybody, here's another video of another Batman custom that's based on a McFarlane figure. In this case, it's a Batman Returns cobbled out of the Flash, young Flash figure who had the Batman Returns costume on and you know, repainted and everything. That gave me a base. In fact, somebody on one of my videos suggested, why don't you make a Batman Returns custom? Well, alright, so I did. Well, I started it in January or February of this year, whenever. And I had that body. I said, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do this. And by the way, word to anybody, that red ABS or PVC or whatever it is that Flash is made of crumbles. It's not, it doesn't cut, and it's not like the other plastics. It's a crumbly plastic. So be careful if you get that figure. It's not really easy to work with. The other thing I had was, thanks to a very good friend of mine named Derek, a donation of a Batman 89 figure, which gave me a belt, which the other figure didn't have, and a cowl with a head, you know, the whole cowl assembly, and two forearms, which the forearms of the Flash figure would not work. And I'll try to go into that really fast. Quick shout out of thanks also to the cape maker that I go to, Batgirl 31, whose capes have saved many a figure for me. I really, really love her work. I love the finish, and I like the simplicity and the cost. They are very affordable. Shout out to all those people that make capes. OT Customs is an exceptional cape maker, and there are others that are wonderful, and I love all of you. In this case, though, it's the old case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Batgirl has just saved figures for me, and this one is no exception. And she also went through an exceptional situation. She made a cape back in January or February, and it was beautiful, and she shipped it, and it never got to me. Thanks to the wonderful Georgia US Postal Service, it got lost somewhere in the mail, and she gave me a refund and let me kind of give more ideas the second time around of what I wanted. And she had this fabric, this new material that she was, oh, you got to let me use this new material. I had wanted the same material that was on my older 89 custom. He's over here. I liked this stuff. It was pretty cool. It's a little thicker, it's a little heavier, it's a little smoother, and it also works better for the 89 in my opinion. And it also was different than the stuff that she used on the Flash Keaton Batman figure that you can see here. This was wonderful material. Oh, and you can also see that this allows me finally to have all three characters in one place, you know, the three Keatons. Anyway, that's a cool achievement, but the achievement in this case is about the single figure of Batman from Batman Returns. Okay, it took a lot of painting. I had to putty the areas in the chest. I had to take a piece of thin pleather and cover the whole crotch area. I had to make a big M. A part goes up under the crotch and to the back, and then covers the leg, and covers a little bit of the midsection there, which hides all the weird details that were on the Flash figure. Also smooths it out, and it was just an easier way to do it, and still allows some posability, some flexibility. As for the forearm, that is, of course, like I said, that's this piece. Everything from the glove forward is from the Batman 89 figure, and I had to Dremel off that plate, that armor plate that's on there, and kind of go with a different look. Again, you see the wonders of this cape because it's so easy to reposition and repose. I love this material. Okay, let's see the head. Major dremeling. I removed a lot of head there and a lot of area in this zone from the ear to the cheek. A lot was dremeled out very carefully. I didn't want to damage it. I puttied the neck a little bit, not quite as much as I could have or should have maybe. it should have been a little heavier, and there should be more of a straight line effect here. But I was down to almost air on the underneath this on the material, so I couldn't Dremel much off. Why use this head at all for Batman Returns? Well, because to me, the face area, the brow and the cheeks and all that, were a little soft for the Batman 89 on the McFarlane. I thought it looked more like the facial features of the Returns figure anyway. Now, we'll see when McFarlane's actual Returns figure comes out who's the more accurate. I've got a feeling that one's going to be spectacular. I hope it is. I pray it is. But we all just went through the Batman Begins debacle where we had to do a bunch of work to the figure or replace the head or cape or whatever. God knows. And the forearms still suck on that one. So you never know if the details are going to be there. I pray they are. And if they are, the second Batman Returns figure I'm going to make into the one that has the, the arms up cape out effect, where he da-da-da-da, and he goes to go from Catwoman down to the car where he does the little rolling landing and everything. That one will be for the cape up for that, because if the costume is more accurate, you'll see it all the time with the cape being up. This one, I don't mind the custom because I can hide it under this cape, so most of what I want to see is still visible, and that's what I focused on. The emblem is on that Flash figure, but it's also kind of buried in there. I couldn't bring it forward like I wanted to. It might be able to, but I didn't know how to do it without carving it off. I didn't want to damage the chest any more than I had. And again, the chest took a lot of puttying through some lines and holes and things. The other thing I did, I had to trim on this cowl piece, thin it down, and I actually, once I got Batgirl's cape in place, I had a metal rod inside there that connected the body to the neck. And once I had that in place, I've actually glued down these points. They're glued down, and that with fabric glue though. And that makes it look so much smoother and better and more movie accurate to me. So I did a lot of things on this figure that I haven't done on other Batman figures for several reasons. One, I wanted to beat everybody to the punch and say, hey, here's a Batman Returns Batman. And that was, of course, again, before McFarlane announced it. So it was that wasted time. I wanted to give up on it, but my friend Derek that donated the figure was like, do not give up. Finish it, make it look good. So to him, I owe a major thanks that this figure exists at all in this form. So thank you, Derek. Thank you, Batgirl, for the cape. A couple of quick shout-outs. Ibrahim, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I've never heard it pronounced. But I love you, dude. You were an awesome customizer, and I love your figures. And you do things I don't even get done in this scale. Fantastic figure maker. It's because you're out there that challenges me to do guys like this. So you didn't have anything to do with this figure, but your influence did. And I thank you for that. And of course, I wouldn't be anywhere without my number one fan base of guys, Kids and Dad Customs in Canada. You guys just, I love you. You fill my heart with joy, and the way you make customs is wonderful. You make great customs, and they challenge me. And I love your appreciation of the work I do. So this is to all y'all and others that are out there that make custom figures out of these McFarlanes or whoever, combos, Frankenstein, different brands together. We've all done it. But this one is a labor of love and a frustrating labor of love, but I finally got it done. And I will get my returns, and again, I will make a new cape assembly for that wing, and it may be from Batgirl cape. I don't know who it'll be from. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll figure that out. And in the meantime, I hope you like it. I hope you like what I've done here. Give me a like, subscribe, comment away, suggest away. A little too late to do anything to this guy. He's done. If I do anything when I get the McFarlane one, if his neck looks so much better because this is filled in, I'll just secure this currently posable head and just putty the sides and be done with it. I won't worry about posability. And that will allow that to look a little bit straighter. But right now it's actually posable. There's actually a seam line. It's just so, I fill this neck in with putty, epoxy putty, 2-part, and shaved down that head. So that was some major work. Painted everything with Vallejo paints and sealed it with my #1 joy of the world, Mr. Super Clear Matte Finish Spray, which not the cape, but all the other painted parts. It unifies every surface from the fabric glued on to the old materials, the new materials. If the paint was different on different pieces, it unified everything. It unified the cowl, the skin. I came in glossy eyes. You know, I did repaint the eyes. And that's that. So, again, like, subscribe, comment away. And till next time, we'll see you guys in figure making heaven or hell, whichever one it is. In this case, it's a little bit of both. Love y'all. Take care.